Okay. Yay, we are recording. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. It is March 20th. It's International Day of Happiness, and I'm so excited to be on here this morning, as every single week when we get to come together and we get to spend a little bit of time together each morning, really learning, growing our business, becoming entrepreneurs. Really, to become an entrepreneur in your business, you really need about 10,000 hours under your belt. I just read that recently, so kudos to you guys for putting in the time, going out there, practicing your Nerium business, and for showing up. We have people from all over the country. We have people from all over now internationally on this Zoom, so different time zones, but for you, those of you guys that are up at 7 a.m. on the West Coast, super kudos to you, super kudos. This Zoom is recorded. Every single week we do this. Profit in your PJs. We record it. I put it up on my YouTube channel. It's a great thing to do. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's just Aana Camp, and you can see all of the content there. So if you missed last week, that's because it's not there. But I am going to re-record. I had so much feedback on that. We're actually going to circle back around at the end, and we're going to get some of the testimonials from the people who are taking the 100 text challenge. So real quick, I want to make a couple of announcements, bring on our fabulous guest speaker, and get the party started here. So one second while I share my screen, and we're going to look at a couple. Just a quick couple slides. There's our morning slide. We get to see profit in your PJs. Wouldn't be the same if we didn't have a quick look at this image. It always makes me happy to see the brightness of this image, and just know that no matter where we are, we can be in our pajamas. So dressed on the top and sometimes in the Ugg boots on the bottom, right? Today is International Day of Happiness. We have happy walls all over. I'm so proud of what we have done as a Nerium community. Over 600 walls. I know that number is growing, and for the entire month I've watched people do happy acts, right? Try something new, make people laugh, plant a flower, pick up some trash, do a random act of kindness. You guys light up the room with your infectious smile. It's that kind of energy that attracts people to us. So really proud. You guys can go online, take a look and see where the walls are. I know most all of us are attending at least 1, 2, some of us 3 walls in our area. I have a happiness wall on my refrigerator because I didn't want to miss the opportunity to get involved and have a happy wall. So there's still time to get involved, and you can go to livehappy.org and do that. So quickly, power up. Wow, you guys, this is the time to take advantage of this promotion. And so right now we have so many people. The list is so long, you guys, from my vantage point with such a huge team that I'm not going through and naming every single person for fear I might lose somebody or miss somebody in that process. But I'm blown away at how many people are taking advantage of this and really helping their teams to do the same, because it is about you absolutely running for this promotion, but how many people can you help? And as you bring your brand partners into the business, they have the biggest opportunity of all, because between now and the end of April, you can help them collect over $1,000 in bonuses. So not over 1,000, but 1,000, but over that amount, right, in income, because that's on top of all the other money that is available through the regular commissions. So you guys, this is an awesome time for yourself to go grab these bonuses, but also help other people do that. And don't forget about the new people you bring in, because it's a lot of money for somebody new. Now's the time to take advantage of that. Don't forget about Get Real. The ticket prices just went up, but most likely will go up again. So jump in here, get your ticket. I spoke a lot about this last weekend. I had the great opportunity of going to Atlanta, spending time in the area. I did the Atlanta Regional. It was sold out. We did 2 real results parties on Friday. We drove 3 hours in one direction, 3 hours back, got home really late Friday night. The energy was palpable. It was hard to sleep Friday night after seeing everybody. Both real results parties had probably between each one 20 and 30 people. Lots of guests, lots of excitements, lots of new customers and new brand partners. And then we had another event right after the regional, and Sunday morning, another RRP, and then off to the airport. I want to tell you that the energy is so high. You peaches know how to show a good time. You certainly know how to bring the heat when I come into town. But what I notice the most, you guys, is that I feel like the lid is lifted. Leaders are stepping into their spot. They are really moving forward in their business, and the lid is lifted, and I've been saying the energy and the oxygen is filling the room. So we talked a lot about this. We talked about putting a target date on the calendar and really working toward getting there. I know that my first Get Real was life-changing for me and for everybody that came. It blew up my business. It gave me everything that I needed. So just a big plug for this. Go get your ticket and put that date on the calendar, and then let's talk about how many people you can get there. And so I want to move quickly. We have a great special guest this morning. Yesterday, as most of you know, we do a call every Monday morning for the national marketing directors, and it was power-packed yesterday with so many great nuggets. I couldn't get notes fast enough. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back in and listen to the replay, but I asked Amber to come on this morning and do her segment for all of you guys. It is mind-blowing, the amount of time and energy and effort and expertise, medical and scientific work that goes into our products. And I learn something every single time, and I think you guys are going to be blown away by what you hear. So without further ado, I want to bring on Chief Marketing Officer and my dear friend, Amber Olsen Rourke. I know you're there, Amber. Can you unmute?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Well, I'm so honored to be on with each of you today, and happy International Day of Happiness. And so, I'm excited to get to share this morning because I usually, and when I'm talking, I'm speaking from my chief marketing hat, but I also wear another hat in the building, and I head up our product development team along with our COO, Christy Klinger. We help head up our product development efforts. And so, looking back at just, when we're launching products and talking about products, our products are so phenomenal, but yet I think we haven't done the best job really sharing what goes into creating those products, the actual development process we use at Nerium International, and how that's different from a lot of other companies, not only in this industry, but outside this industry. As most of you may know, before Nerium, I ran a medical spa and sold anti-aging services and products, a lot of high-end skincare products. And so I had a lot of exposure to that side of the business prior to Nerium. And so, I just want to share with you guys so that you can be armed with this knowledge, not only to feel proud of the products that you're sharing, but also because, this is really a competitive advantage of us that I think we can do a better job collectively sharing into our pitch and sharing into when we're talking about our products with others. So really, I'm just going to kind of give you a sneak peek behind the curtains of kind of what goes into creating Nerium's products. We actually have an internal product development team that we don't talk about a lot. And looking back, I think that's probably a mistake. We should be. So we have a collection of people that work on each of Nerium's products. So we have people who've had years and years and decades of experience formulating skincare products, building skincare brands from the ground up. We have people on our team who have spent decades helping formulate wellness products, helping take wellness products around the world, which is actually a very complex process. People who have chemistry degrees and backgrounds who help look at all the interaction of the different ingredients in our products, help put together all of the clinical and safety testing. So we have a really robust internal team on our product development side. And we're really the team that helps head up each product that we develop. And so each product that we develop at Nerium is a completely custom formulation. And so why is that important? So a lot of times in both skincare and wellness, a company can go to a manufacturer and say, hey, give me an eye cream. And they can give you something just off the shelf that they have that they've sold to 20 other clients. And you can slap your sticker on it and sell basically the same eye cream that 20 other brands are selling. And that's why a lot of people buy multiple products, and they keep getting the same results because it's basically the same product repackaged with a different brand. You do the same thing on the wellness side. You can go to a wellness manufacturer and say, hey, give me a probiotic, and they'll have something sitting on the shelf that they've sold to other clients that, again, you can slap your label on. And so to do it differently, you have to have the expertise, and you have to be able to put in the time and resources to really do it differently. And a lot of companies don't invest in doing that. And so at Nerium, we create all of our formulas custom, working with all of the different relationships that we've established throughout the world. So you guys hear us talk a lot about, our relationship with Signum Biosciences, our relationship with Cosmax. And those are great relationships, and they are great partners. But really, we have over 15 different ingredient suppliers, scientists, labs, manufacturers around the world, because if you think about our mission is to be the leader in holistic anti-aging. And there's one company who's going to be the leader in probiotics isn't going to be the leader in an eye serum. And the same company that's going to be the leader in an eye serum isn't going to be necessarily the same company who has the most innovative face wash or the most innovative, holistic probiotic lotion. So we really start with what is it in our development process, what is it that we're trying to create? So I'm going to give you just some examples because I think it helps kind of paint the picture of what we do. So say our eye serum and our eye patches, right? They're two products for the eyes, but we use completely different processes to create those. So when we were creating our eye serum, we knew that first we had this exclusive patented ingredient with Signum Biosciences, SIG 1191, and that they had spent years developing this patented ingredient specifically for the eye area, because your eye area ages differently than the rest of your body and has different concerns, right? So they had spent all this time creating SIG 1191, and we had the exclusive rights to it. So Signum gives us the SIG 1191 ingredient, but from there we formulate everything else around that. So we know we have that ingredient, and then we knew we wanted that instant effect, that people, they see those crow's feet in the morning and they want instant improvement to go through their day and have more confidence. So then we researched who has the most innovative technology in this instant filling effect. And then we worked with a lab out in California to get their kind of technology around instantly filling in the lines. And then we wanted to add in some botanical ingredients that really would help nourish the skin and help work on brightening the eyes. So we worked with one of our ingredient suppliers in Brazil. And this ingredient supplier in Brazil helps make custom ingredient blends that are exclusive to Nerium. So if you look at the eye serum, we took an ingredient from Signum, an ingredient from an ingredient supplier in Brazil that was made exclusively for us. And then we packaged that with the instant effect technology from the lab in California. And then we added in all the ingredients to make a complete product. And so instead of saying, hey, give me an eye serum that I can put my label on, we really take the time to create what is it out there that people are looking for that other products aren't living up to. Because we know to make loyal customers, we have to give people results that they can't get anywhere else. And to give people results that they can't get anywhere else, it requires us to create custom formulations that do something innovative. And if you're going to create custom formulations that do something innovative, you have to have lots of different partners and relationships so that you can tap into who's leading the way in the exact product that you're creating. So then you take the eye patches, right, which is the complement to the eye serum. We use the same Signum ingredient of SIG 1191, but eye patches are the most innovative in Korea, not in California where we did the eye serum. So the Korean labs have the best technology on how to create eye patches. So we worked with one of our Korean partners to create the eye patches and put in the SIG 1190 ingredient and put in some of the hydrating ingredients. And that is why that product has been in almost every single magazine editorially in the US, is because it's different than what most brands in the US are doing, which are just asking the same one lab that they use, give me an eye patch, we'll take that. And so it really speaks to the process that Nerium goes through to create our products. And we just launched the probiotic line, and that it's something we looked for a long time, of who is leading the way in probiotic technology and doing things differently. And from a product development standpoint, we have to be 1.5 to 2 years out. So we're not working today on things we're going to launch in 3 months. We're working today on what we're going to launch in 1.5 years, what we're going to launch in 2 years, because that's the time it takes us to really develop these very custom, very unique formulas, and also to be ahead of the trends. So, probiotics is a great example. We, from our research, knew that probiotics in skincare and probiotics in general, the tipping point was really going to happen this year of it reaching mass appeal. It had been out there as a concept for a long time, but it hadn't become a mass appeal where people were really understanding that they just needed probiotics every day for optimal health. So we started that journey over 1.5 years ago, searching for who is doing the best innovative work in probiotics, and partnering with them to create our custom formulas and to have exclusive results. And so, I think in some ways we've been so proud of our relationships with great people like Cosmax and Signum, and they are awesome partners. I know Max is out in Australia right now speaking at the Power Up event and sharing some of the work that they're doing. And we're working with Signum on products for next year. We're working on Cosmax on products for next year. But I think that we have to kind of, instead of just pointing to everyone else, because we get the question when we come up with a new product, well, who created this product? Who formulated that product? And really the answer to that question every single time is Nerium International did. Our team did. We used different suppliers, different labs, different researchers, but at the end of the day, Nerium International creates and owns all of our custom formulas, and that's why our products give people the results that they've been looking for, and results that are different than anything that they can buy on the shelf. So I think it's something for us all to be really proud of and to share when we're sharing with others. And so honored to be able to just kind of quickly share that with you guys today, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy day, and thank you for having me, Aana.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Amber. I think sometimes when we're sharing the products, we already know, right? We know there's clinical trials, and we know there's thousands and thousands of before and after pictures, and we really know inherently that the products work because we've all tried the products, we've seen the results. But I love hearing behind the scenes, because we're asked so many times, especially by the brand partners, who formulated this, or where does this product come from? And I love the clarification that yes, it's Nerium International that's done that. It's Nerium International that's been driving really the innovative research behind, and really going out and sourcing all these different places that we have access to. And what a wonderful testimony to our company, what we've done, and the relationship that Jeff Olsen has created, and you yourself as well, with now 15 different sources. That speaks volume. And worldwide, international sources, right? Biotech companies, major medical universities, just the access that we have to so much new technology, and the desire for our company to get it right. So that is my favorite part, really, to be aligned with a company that gets it right. You are such a joy, Amber. We just adore you, and I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, and it means the world to me that you could hop on here and be part of our morning. Thank you. I'm going to switch quickly for the last 10 minutes that we have here. Last week we did the 100 Text Challenge, and this was something that I have personally been out testing myself in my own personal recruiting of my business, recruiting customers and brand partners. I really talked a lot last week about how there's a lot of fear sometimes in actually beginning the process, right? Beginning to talk to somebody, to go out and begin the conversation. And I talked about how over the last year, we are all noticing how you never hear ringtones anymore. And how it used to be that people used to have these really cool ringtones. You'd hear them all over the grocery store, and that would sort of identify who you were by your ringtone. And now we don't hear that, and that's because people have moved out of really answering their phones, and sometimes the frustration we feel when we try to call somebody and really try to get into that conversation about Nerium and get the flow going. And so we talked about the 100 text challenge and how you can use text messaging, 10 texts a day to invite people, to get people to sit down for a cup of coffee, to get somebody on the phone, to at least begin the process, and then where you can go really belly to them. And so I want to bring on a couple people who really took this challenge seriously. I trained it actually in Atlanta as well. And everybody in the room was, oh my gosh, head down, texting, hey, coffee this week? When's your first available? When's your first availability? How about lunch? Dying to catch up. Glass of wine after work? Question mark. What day's good for you? These simple texts that were really helping to fill up the calendar, because as I mentioned, it's the calendar that's your boss. If I was to open your calendar or say, hey, Nat, let's open your calendar and let's take a look inside there, would you say, oh, no, I'm good, we don't need to look at my calendar? Would you be like, oh, pick me, check out my calendar's really full, right? Because it's those appointments really that lead to the ability to share Nerium, which then leads to the giving of a product, which leads to following up and three-way calls and so on and so forth. So I want to bring on a couple people. Jill Hawk, I know you're on here this morning. Could you unmute? I just want to hear about how your week went or what happened with you in the text challenge, maybe some story about what happened. So are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi.
Good morning.
So while you were training last week, I literally picked my phone up and sent out a few texts doing exactly what you said. I asked for lunch. I asked for coffee. I asked for just getting together. And being in this business for 5 years already, most people already know that I'm doing this business. So I remember you saying, how to handle in case somebody said, well, why? Why do you want to get together? I did not get one objection. My very first 10 texts that day filled this week. So Saturday, I had my first lunch. I had lunch yesterday. I have breakfast this morning. I have a lunch tomorrow. And then on Thursday, not only do I have a lunch, but I reached out to some charity league moms that I really haven't talked to for probably 3 or 4 years. We're all getting together to do care packages for our graduating seniors. So that's nine moms at my house, 6 o'clock Thursday. I have a lunch and a happy hour on Friday. I'm having a wellness workshop on Saturday. And that's just this week. And, while you've been talking this morning, I thought, well, maybe I should send out a few more texts so I can report in. I mean, I have had literally 100% success in just people that want to get together with me. So, and it doesn't mean, yesterday it didn't come up. It was somebody I've never laid eyes on. I didn't even know her. It's from my nonprofit work. So that was just my first seed planted establishing a relationship, but it's super easy. And these are people I want to see anyway. So,
oh my gosh.
So that's my week.
No wonder I can't get a hold of you.
Right?
I probably should text you. Maybe you'll text back.
Yeah, I probably would.
I'm teasing. So can you give us a quick example of maybe it's a text that you sent out, just something you're
honest to goodness, it was, last week it was nothing but, hi, how are you? Lunch next week? Hi, how are you? We've been meaning to get together for happy hour. Should we try again? I'm not saying, can I see you and talk about Nerium? I just want to see you. It's literally 5 words. And for the most part, I got text responses within 30 to 45 minutes, where I know if I called and left a voicemail, I know that I'm guilty of the same thing. If somebody calls and leaves me a voicemail, if I don't immediately call them back, all of a sudden that voicemail starts going down the list. And then I lose it. I forget it. Yeah. So, texting definitely has its purpose to at least establish the the link. And then once you get in front of your friends, you know, you just do what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was awesome. I love hearing. I'm not kidding how many people have texted me and said, 22 texts, 4 appointments, 35 texts, 19 appointments. I mean, it's crazy what's happening. And I love seeing everybody fill up their calendar. We're going to go out next to Sunny Bear. Sunny, I got to see you this week in Atlanta. I loved hearing about your results. So unmute your phone and share with us what happened with you.
Hey, Aana, thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Are you hiding in your car?
I am.
Sunny's in the middle of her workday, so thanks for stepping out, Sunny.
Oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. And wow, Jill, that was a fantastic job. Thank you for sharing. I was really excited when Aana asked me to share a little bit, because this is this text challenge it's so much fun, and it's so if I can do it, it's so simple that I know that anyone can do it. So I love that it's simple and very duplicatable, so I can teach my brand new brand partners to do the same thing, and it really works. So we're sitting there, on Saturday at regionals, and Aana has us pull out her phone and give this thing a try. So I believe on Saturday I managed to get out it was just like 6 texts. But I did have 100% return on those 6 on Saturday. And I've got 3 lunches, 2 coffees, and then I had 1 call scheduled, and that happened last night. It went fantastic. She's a prospect that I've been working on for over a year. First time we ever got on the phone, and she wanted information on our products and the business. So I got to send that to her. And the others are just some amazing prospects too. My texts were really short and concise also. Coffee this week, lunch this week. And then I didn't have any objections either. Yes, absolutely went, And I love it that my calendar is more full than it's ever been. And I love it. It's a great problem to have. So I'm looking forward to just, really doing this every day. It's so easy, but it's so fun, and just a great way to really get in person with somebody.
Absolutely. I love that, Sunny, because wouldn't you agree that if I said to you, you have to call 10 people a day for the next 10 days, you'd probably go, eek, I'm at work. How can I text them? I mean, how can I call somebody? And what am I going to say when I call them? You'd probably be a little bit more fearful and anxious, like all of us are, because sometimes we don't know what to say or what to do. So I love this, and great job to you. I just can't believe how far you've come in this business and how great you're doing. We're going to go out also to Atlanta to Ann Ward. Are you there, Ann?
I am.
Yay!
I got to say thank you also, Aana, for letting me share this morning, because I am on a super high right now. I've got Nerium delirium, and it's like when we first started years ago, and we kind of took everybody back there when we were here this week. You were here this weekend, and so when you challenged us that day at regional, I remember being challenged and sending pictures out, and people saw what they were, but then they knew right then that we had something that we were going to talk to them about. This was the unknown. This was like not seeing anything. People like saying, well, she just wants to catch up with me. And that's basically what I said was, hi, virtual coffee this week. So I actually booked 6 virtual coffees. I booked 8 right away at the regional. Then I booked 4 more the next day, and just kept going. And, we had talked on the way to the airport. And the thing that I looked at was, this is a competition between me, not anybody else. And, I hope that everybody will look at it that way, that this is a competition between yourself and getting out there and making the numbers happen. And so really all I did was a few words like virtual coffee, and everybody's like, well, what's a virtual coffee? How do we connect? And I'm like, well, just get a cup of coffee. I'm going to give you my Zoom number. And so now I'm meeting with 6 of my old friends that I've never really even spoken to in 6 years in this business. And we're going to have coffee in our pajamas, just like we do today. And I'm really excited for what's going on. And so I have just gotten out there. I've got 6 coffees, 2 lunches, 2 coffees right here in Atlanta. But the lunches are really big for me because I'm going to be able to really spend a little bit more time than having a coffee with somebody. And I'm really just pumped about where my business is going and how easy this thing is. And so I would say to you that the thing we talked about, mainly going to the airport, that really resonated with me was, if I did this in 20 minutes, what would I do in an hour if I scheduled every day? And so now what I'm doing is I'm honestly trying to schedule 30 to 60 minutes a day just to get in there. I went up in my office, and I've just been able to get up in my office recently. So I pulled out all my rosters. I have rosters from back when my kids were 6 years old, and I just collect. Everybody knows me, that who knows me knows that I have a lot of stuff. And I went through all my stuff after Aana left, and I pulled all my rosters out. And I started just texting. And some of them I got returns back from. Some of them, of course, invalid number. But I don't care. I'm just going to keep going down those lists until I get the numbers that I need to move to where I'm going. So thanks for letting me share here, Aana. Like I said, I'm on a high. I know all of Georgia that we're at the regional. We're walking on sunshine. So excited. And we appreciate you coming in.
You bet. Thanks, Anne. It's so fun to see people so excited. Are you guys noticing the energy, the smiles that so far these three have shared? We have two more I want to share with you. But real quick, I want to explain virtual coffee. I'm getting a text in the chat messaging here. So virtual coffee, so really all we're doing with this texting, with this 100 text challenge, what we're doing is we're trying to get the appointment. We're trying to get in front of people, right? So sometimes we can't get in front of people because we're trying to, somebody's sharing their screen. Could you unshare your screen there we go. We got to see somebody's screen. That was fun. Sometimes we are trying to sit down with somebody and have coffee or have a glass of wine on a happy hour or get together in person, lunch maybe. But people are really busy. So it's really easy to say, hey, how about a virtual coffee? For somebody that knows Zoom, we can turn on our Zoom. I can talk to Anne across the country. We can have a glass of wine together and we can catch up. So utilize Zoom because it's a great way to talk to, a group of gals on my team just did a pajama party. Let's all meet in our pajamas. And it was fun. There were 6 of us. We were all actually in our pajamas. I chose my craziest flannel ones. And it was a way to all get together. But you can meet with somebody on Zoom. You can schedule this just for a phone call catch up, and have somebody available in case you can move that or transition into a 3-way call, right? So you can do it on the phone too. Sometimes this text messaging helps to get the phone call, and the phone call then helps you invite to your RRP. So you can use this text challenge a lot of different ways. The goal is to get an actual appointment for a phone call, an actual appointment for a Zoom, even better, face-to-face, right? Coffee, lunch, happy hour, whatever that might be. So we're going to go out to, we just have 2 more. Shayna Dwayne, I know you're on here. Shayna, can you unmute and tell us how it went for you?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can hear you. Hi, honey.
Happy day. And Aana, I can't thank you enough, Aana. It's so incredible to spend the morning with you and Amber Olsen Rourke. How amazing is that? And I have to be really completely honest that when you did the Zoom last week, I got my feathers ruffled. I was like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. I'm the one with the wordy text. And so normally, without 2.5 years of personal development, thanks to Nerium, I would have probably hung up and never come back. But today, because of all that I've learned, I learned to listen and to be coachable and teachable as to what you were training us on. And I actually really stepped out of my comfort zone because I am wordy. And I text people and I said, coffee or lunch, when? I said, hi, whoever their name is, coffee or lunch, when? Which is totally out of my character. But what I learned from that is, oh my gosh, I only got 38 texts out because I have so many appointments that I'm booking. I don't have time to get the text out because I'm trying to correspond to make the appointments. I've already had 3 sit downs. I had 2 yesterday, and I have another one scheduled for Friday. And, you know, I have other endeavors. I work and, you know, so, but I'm filling in all the gaps all the time. And it's incredible. And I thank you so much for that.
Shayna, you're amazing. I was getting text messages. I was getting text messages from Shayna, and she was saying, you know, keeping me posted, X amount of calls, X amount of appointments. And I thought, wow, that's so great, because when Shayna started, she was a lot like me. I was very, very fearful. I wasn't sure how to do it. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want people to say no. And Shayna does text very long text messages. So look at how freeing it is just to text a few words with a question mark. People actually read it because it's not a big whole bunch of words. But your growth has been amazing. I just can't even wait to see where you go in this business. You're amazing. And then last, I want to go out to Monica Morganweg. She is amazing. I haven't heard anything, Monica, about your results at all. You're like my surprise guest this morning, so I'm excited to hear your results. How did you do? Are you on? Unmute yourself. Monica, can you hear us?
I can.
Yay!
I've gotten I sent about 15 out, and I've gotten 10 responses.
Good. Awesome. Is that Monica Throw? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Monica Morganweg on? I don't know if she made it on this morning or not. Okay.
She is on. Oh well. This is Lisa. I saw that. How you doing, honey?
Hi, sweetie. Do we have Monica on?
She was. I'm not sure what happened.
She's on, but her sound isn't working.
Oh, there must have been that in the chat. Okay, so listen, in the interest of time, I know we've gone over, but I do want to thank you guys so much for just the feedback. Hopefully that's encouraged everyone on here to go out there and take the 100 text challenge. I promise I will go back and record that, so you guys have it if you want to go back to the YouTube channel and take a look at how we did that. But I'm going to close out just by saying that today is an awesome day. It is the International Day of Happiness. Please go out. Please enjoy the day. Lift everyone you know up with a smile. Change the energy in the room with the person that you are by being happy, by smiling, by being gracious. Do a pay it forward maybe act today. But take today seriously, and let's be happy and spread the international happiness all throughout the rest of the month. Help anyone that wants to go for their 2 for 2. A lot of people have their 1. Let's help those people cross the finish line. In all that you do, raise your energy. Go out there, make it a great day. 10 texts today. Let's see how you can get your calendar filled up. And I just wish you guys the most incredible International Day of Happiness. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Aana.
Thank you, Aana. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, everybody.
That was awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Aana.
Thank you, Aana.
Thank you, Aana.
Thank you.